Hi, I'm Deanna Woolman, and I just wanted to share with you my testimony and my husband's testimony after we've been on Pure for a year. Um, I hope that this gives you some encouragement, but this is what has happened. I'm going to show you the products that my husband and I use and share with you the exciting effects that we've had from using Pure for the last year. So the first one that I use is the calcium. And the calcium is perfectly proportioned with magnesium. So you're getting the right proportions of both when you're taking it. You're also getting a little bit of vitamin K to go in there and help escort that calcium where it's supposed to go. Now, before we started taking the calcium, I carried a lot of stress in my shoulders and my neck, and the muscles would not relax. And it would get to the point that I was clenching my teeth because the muscles would just become so hard and so stressed. And I would go to get a massage, and the massage therapist would just talk about how hard, like a rock, my muscles were. I also had a muscle that in one of my legs that would not relax at night. It continued to just keep working and stressing, and it wouldn't relax. So I had a chiropractor who told me that I needed to increase my calcium. So before Pure, I had gone to a natural health food store. I had researched a lot of the calciums. I was looking through the supplements they had, and I chose a good product. And so I was using it, but I would take the recommended dose and realize that wasn't working, so I would up it. Realized that wasn't working, so I upped it, and I kept upping it till the point I was taking 6 500 milligram capsules a day in order for the stress to be released from my muscles. So when we came to Pure and I saw the calcium, I was excited about the calcium, but then I thought, there's no way that one dose of this is going to replace all the calcium I've been taking. I'm going to be taking a whole lot more of this, and it's just going to be extremely expensive. But I was extremely surprised because one dose literally did take the place of all those caplets that I was taking. And so the muscles in my neck and my back have relaxed. I'm no longer clenching my teeth. The muscle in my leg relaxes at night. I'm able to sleep better at night. I'm really surprised at how well it helps with my sleep. So that's just one of the exciting things that calcium has done for us. The next product that we use is the Mila, and before we used, this is just a chia seed, but it's grown near the equator, so it has the nutrition that God intended for it to have, and does exactly what God intended it to do. It has a great deal of omega-3s, which are very good for the brain, and for so many other things within the body. Before we started taking the Mila, I was getting very scared because I had always had a very good memory, but I was noticing that I was starting to forget things. I was forgetting what things were called. I would see something and I would not remember what it was called, and I had to stop and think about it and try to recall the name of that thing. I was also forgetting people's names. I was forgetting places. I was always walking into a room and forgetting why I was there. What was I supposed to be doing? And the scary thing was I was even stopping in the middle of a conversation and completely forgetting what my train of thought was. It was very scary to me. I did not like it. I was very concerned. And so as a family herbalist, I knew that omega-3s helped, and so I was using fish oil. I was using a whole lot of fish oil to get any kind of, to get any clarity in my mind. I was also having a hard time focusing, but I noticed that on this large dose of fish oil, I was having some improvement. So I didn't think that this was going to replace the fish oil, but it did. One dose of this every day is just amazing. My clarity of mind is back. My focus is back. I am able to continue to have a whole conversation without wondering what am I thinking, and suddenly stopping and wondering what were we talking about. I'm not forgetting people's names again. I'm not having problems with nouns and wondering what they are and trying to recall what they are. Also, at the same time, I had been diagnosed recently with leaky gut. So I was impressed that this has helped with my digestion, this and several of the others. They all seem to help with digestion in one way or another. But this has really helped in that I soak it for about 15 to 20 minutes in coconut milk, and then I can mix it in with my oatmeal or my coconut yogurt or anything else that I want to put it in. I can sprinkle it in eggs, anything like that. But I noticed that I get the best benefit when I soak it for a little bit before I ingest it. And I found out that those people who have any kind of digestive issues like IBS, Crohn's disease, leaky gut, those kinds of things, they're actually going to get more benefit if they do soak their Mila before they ingest it, because it causes it to puff up and become more gel-like. And so it's similar to putting aloe vera on a sunburn, where it soothes it, protects it, and heals it. And that's what Mila is doing to the digestive system, especially within the gut. So that really has helped tremendously. I don't like to go without it, because a week without it and I start noticing the foggy brain again and the whole brain issues, and then my gut starts giving me some more problems. My husband loves it as well, and he even puts it in peanut butter. So, you know, you can put it in anything. There's really no taste. It's just that when you soak it for a little bit, there's a little bit of texture to that gel-like thing. So anyway, but it's almost like a pudding. So the next one that we use is Go Yin, and this one, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. My husband has struggled with depression, but with men, it's not like with women. It's not usually in crying and weeping and that kind of stuff. With men, it can manifest as an anger or feelings of self-worthlessness or frustration, irritability, those kinds of things. And I noticed these things in my husband. Well, as he said, about a week after taking Go Yin, I noticed that he was so much different. He wanted to be around people. He was engaging with me more. We were doing things instead of just sitting around in the house doing nothing. He had a much better attitude. So I was really excited that it was working. Well, he didn't think it was working. But the next month, we had to change our auto ship to coordinate with our paycheck. So we actually ended up going 3.5 days without the Go Yin. My husband was surprised. He said, I will not go without it again. He said, I did not realize how much difference it was making in me. And so he's very excited about this. A friend of ours has told us that Go Yin is better than any of the antidepressants that that person has ever taken. With me, it has been so exciting because it helps with my hormones as I'm perimenopausal, premenopausal, whatever. You know, your hormones are doing all kinds of funny things, and they want to tell you that it's because you're not making enough estrogen, and so we need to give you estrogen therapy. And really what they're not telling you is that, yes, you're making less estrogen, but the real problem is that you're not making enough progesterone to balance out that estrogen. Well, I found out that with Go Yin, I am feeling so much better. My hormones are balanced. I've gone from 2 to 3 hot flashes an hour to maybe 2 a day. I'm sleeping so much better because I'm not waking up with night sweats. I'm not waking up with all just the whole premenopausal issues that you got. So it's been exciting to have that balance, all those things. But and it's also great for stress because it has a lot of adaptogens, and so it helps you with stress. You don't feel stress as much. You can go through the stress without being, you know, taking it into your body, into your mind, and feeling that stress. It also helps with immunity, and it also is good for the heart because it has hawthorn berries in it. But the thing that I am most excited about is that I have dealt with seasonal affective disorder for most of my life, and I'm such an outdoors person, but come winter, when the days are very short and the nights are very long, I just, about the time of 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I just want to wrap up in a quilt and not have anything to do with anybody. I become very irritable. I will not leave the house. I mean, it is very difficult for me to get myself to leave the house after dark during the winter. So if people wanted to do things, I just didn't participate, or I would you know, it would take everything I had to get myself to get out of the house and go. And so winters are no fun for me. They have never been fun for me. I've hated them. I hate the minute the days start getting shorter, and I dread the seasonal affective disorder. Well, I noticed because we started taking this last December, I actually went through last winter, and I've still going through this winter already, you know, late fall. And I am not having that. I am not experiencing the seasonal affective disorder. I'm not experiencing the irritability and the desire to just curl up and stay in my house. I'm getting out and I'm enjoying people, and even after dark, and it's not even a do I think I can do it. I just do it. It's like being a normal person again, and I'm so excited about that. The other great thing that I am so thankful that God has brought this into my life for is because I have struggled with obsessive compulsive disorder, mental issues, all my life. I just, you know, songs and phrases get stuck in the head over and over and over and over and over, and they won't go away. They're even in my dreams 24/7. Or counting stupid things, and then replaying conversations over and over and over, and correcting the grammar of everybody that was in that conversation. And my mind just constantly having noise in it. And so it's to the point where it just drives me nuts. And I'm not able to sit in a restaurant where they're playing music and have a conversation with a person, because it was just competing with this, and I couldn't handle it. And there were actually times in my life when it just got so bad that I would hit my head against the wall because I just wanted it to stop. I wanted it to stop. And it got to where I hated music because I knew if I heard a song, it was going to be stuck there forever, and I'd get to the point where I hated the song anyway. So, but this has been amazing. After a couple of months of this, I have just been so excited with the peace in my mind. It's so wonderful to be able to listen to music and to enjoy it, and not know that I'm going to have something stuck in my head for the next 2 weeks and it won't go away. It'll even be there in my dreams. So this has been exciting for me. I'm so thankful, and I give God thanks every single day for this. I know that there are so many other things that Goyen does, but that's what it's done for me, and I just can't share that enough with people. The next product is the Cleanse. And my husband and I take this 7 nights out of every month. It is more than just a colon cleanse or a liver cleanse or a kidney cleanse. It is a full cleanse. It fully detoxes through all 7 channels of elimination, but it also strengthens those channels of elimination. So your lymph nodes become stronger and healthier. Your kidneys become stronger and healthier. Your gut becomes strong. It just helps everything. And so you're not just focusing on one thing. You're focusing on the whole body and getting all those toxins out of that body immediately. It also helps with your digestion, because it has bitters that actually improve digestion. It helps cleanse the blood with red clover, and it also boosts your metabolism and helps with stress and your immunity. Because it has helped boost my metabolism and it has eliminated those toxins, I believe that's one of the reasons why I have lost inches in weight. You can see I've lost weight if you look at my face, my fingers, and my clothes are feeling better. So I think, and I didn't even do any of this to lose weight. I didn't really think that I needed to lose weight, but it's just naturally coming off because it's boosting my metabolism and it's eliminating toxins. So same thing for my husband. And one of the other things that we've noticed is that the body smells, you know, like your breath and your underarms, those don't smell as much as they did before. So it's like the toxins are being taken out, and so they're not sitting there causing you to smell bad. The next product is Daily Build. And I can't remember, I don't know who said it, but I heard it. And I wish I could give credit to this person because I think it's the best description I've ever heard of this product. But they said it's like a health food store in a bottle. And I think that's phenomenal because it is basically what it is. It has 23 of your essential minerals and vitamins, and that means that your body absolutely has to have them in order to function healthy, but your body doesn't make them except for your vitamin D. Now, we know that if you go outside for 15 minutes every day between the hours of 10 and 3, that most people, your body will make its own vitamin D. But how many of us actually do that? Really? And during the winter especially. And then there are people who are like up in Canada who they don't get enough sunlight in order to make their own vitamin D. So this is a great supplement for all those things. But the great thing about this is that when you take in vitamins, your body has to break them down to the point that it can use them and then distribute them wherever it needs it in the body. But about 70% of the population cannot break down the B vitamins or folic acid. And so you're putting those in your body, but your body can't break them down, so it can't use them, so it goes out the toilet. And so you're wasting it, and your body is deficient in those things. The great thing is that Pure has methylated, it's broken down the vitamin Bs and the folate, broken folic acid down into folate, so that your body can use it immediately. And there's absolutely no issue with trying to break it down so that your body can use it. It also has several blends back here that are amazing. It has plant iodine, because there are many people who are allergic to shellfish or fish iodine, and so they can't take iodine. They don't get the iodine that they need, but this has plant iodine. So people who are allergic to shellfish and things like that, they can easily take this iodine. It has amino acids for building your proteins in your body. It has trace minerals and adaptogens, so that dealing with stress, dealing with changes in life, changes in your body is better able to handle that. It helps you with digestion. It has a lot of anti-inflammatories. It helps with energy, immunity, and it helps your body heal faster. I know several people that they just started to feel a little sick, a little under the weather, and they took an extra dose and just immediately started feeling better. Our daughter, she has been pregnant, and she's been using this as her prenatal vitamins. Wonderful. It's been helping her great with her energy and with her feeling good and taking care of the baby. So this is just amazing. I have never come across a daily vitamin or daily mineral that is just, I just can't say enough good things about this. The next product is, I have just recently started trying out the Metabolic 1. It also increases your metabolism, just kind of gives it a little kick so that you're burning your fat a little bit better. And I've been very interested in this because I have noticed that I'm eating more, because my metabolism is, I'm metabolizing the food and the stuff that I'm putting in my body. So whereas I was going, with maybe one meal a day, I'm now actually eating more and putting more good things in my body, because I'm actually a little hungrier, because my body is using what I'm putting into it. This is great because it also has a blend for those who that helps. It balances your blood sugar levels. So it's also great for diabetics to take, because it helps with their blood sugar levels, as does the Daily Build. It helps with the blood sugar levels. The next one is amazing. As a family herbalist, I know a whole lot about nutrition and the things that the body does and what heals the body and how to take care of it. But I had not before Pure known anything about sulfur. And I was just amazed when I started researching this, how much it does in the body, how much the body needs it, and the fact that we're not getting it. It used to be in the soil and in our food, because our food would get it from soil. But it's hardly there anymore, because we put so many chemicals, and we've stripped the land of the sulfur that would naturally be there. So this is just amazing. It does so many things. I could do an entire video just on sulfur, but I want to tell you what it's done for us. Before I started on the sulfur, my husband has struggled with his knees. He's had pain in his knees for as long as I can remember. And he's had jobs where he has to be down on the floor and then stand up, down on the floor and stand up, or up and down ladders, up and down ladders. And he just comes home with his knees hurting so bad. Even standing on them for long periods of time would cause his knees to hurt. So that was him before the sulfur. And before the sulfur, I had a pinched nerve back here that would hurt anytime I would sit down at the computer or ride my bike. Just putting my arms in those positions would cause this pinched nerve to hurt terribly, to the point that I just couldn't continue with what I was doing. I was also having arthritis in the first joint of my thumbs and in one of my fingers, and I was noticing that they hurt all the time, and no matter what I did, especially in the mornings, it just really, really hurt. And I also had sciatica pain, and so I was taking a lot of ibuprofen for these things, even though I didn't want to, and I know that ibuprofen is bad for the liver. I had to. I couldn't take the pain. I would go as long as I could, but a lot of times it would keep me from sleeping. And so I had to get up and take several ibuprofen in order just to get to sleep. Taking the sulfur has eliminated the inflammation and has eliminated the pain. It's just amazing. I'm able to sit at the computer. I'm able to write my books. I'm able to paint. I'm able to ride my bike. My husband's knees don't hurt. It's just been amazing. Also, before we started taking it, I was losing my hair. I could do this, and I would just pull tons of hair out. Brush my hair, and there would be tons of hair in the brush. And I would take a shower, and there'd be so much hair in the drain. It was just disgusting. And it was to the point that I was having to use those little rubber bands that people put in infants' hair, you know. That's how thin my hair was. It was very, very scary. And after a few months of this, I realized that I wasn't losing as much hair, and it was getting thicker. And after 5 months, my hair has tripled in thickness. I'm telling you, I wish I had taken pictures beforehand, but it has tripled in thickness, and I hardly lose any hair anymore. I certainly can do this without losing hair. I don't have hair all over my body because I'm losing it. The sulfur has been amazing in that area. And the other area where it has really helped me is with allergies. Living in West Texas with the dust and the cotton and the pollen and all that stuff, I would go through just allergy after allergy after allergy. And the horrible thing was that it would start draining and go down the back of my throat and into my chest. And then it would sit there for like a rock for a couple of weeks. And I would cough. I was trying to cough it up, but it was so hard I couldn't. It was just a horrible dry cough. And finally, after a couple of weeks, it would start to break up. And I would start to cough and try to get that out. But I would literally, honestly, and this is no exaggeration, I would literally cough for 2 months trying to get all that stuff out of there. And it would worry my husband to the point that he was afraid he's going to have to take me to the hospital because I was coughing so hard I couldn't breathe. I was seeing spots before my eyes. It was horrible. I hated going through it, especially the cotton season around here. I just dreaded it. But I didn't know what else to do. But after taking the organic sulfur for several months, I have hardly had any problems with allergies this year. A couple of weeks ago, I did have some issues because there was a huge windstorm that came through, and they're harvesting the cotton, and so that stuff was all blowing all around. And I, of course, went out to do my exercise, and because I like to walk or bike outside, I don't like to be inside. And so I was out there, and the stuff was out there, and I came in, and within just a couple hours, that stuff started draining. But I noticed immediately that it wasn't making a hard rock right here. Like, I was immediately coughing it back up, immediately, and it was a very productive cough. It wasn't a dry, hacking cough. And I only had the symptoms for about 2 days, and then I had the cough for about a week. And since then, it's been awesome. I'm just amazed at that I'm able to go through cotton season without suffering. This has just been wonderful. It's also an alkaline, so it alkalizes the body, and it's also rids the body of parasites. And there's so many other things. I could do a whole video on just this, but I won't. So anyway, okay. And then the last thing is that Pure has a GPS line. They call it the GPS line, and they call it the sports line, but honestly, it should be called the muscle line because it is actually for the muscles, and that includes the heart, the lungs, and the brain because those are muscles. So what it does is it feeds those, it encourages those, it increases blood circulation, it helps you prevent injury to muscles, it helps cause the muscles to recover quickly. So, but it's not just for people in sports. It's for anyone who does any kind of physical activity. Even if you're just going to go get a massage, it would be good to take before the massage, before, during, and after the massage. So it's a phenomenal line. I'm really excited about it. But I started taking the Circulate because specifically I told you I had leaky gut. And this has enzymes in it that heal leaky gut. So while all the other ones were helping greatly improving my gut and my digestion, it was like putting icing on the cake when I added this. And I just added this recently. So this has been amazing to me to add to what we're already taking and seeing results that are even better than what I was already experiencing. So I would just recommend the GPS line to anybody who does any kind of physical activity. And if you have any kind of digestion issues, the Circulate, start with that one. Anyway, okay, so those are the products that we take and the wonderful things that God has done for us through those products. So then the next thing is, why am I doing the business? Because I know that network marketing has a stigma with a lot of people, which is really sad because it's just basically a business. And it's basically the same thing as opening up a coffee shop. But because I'm not having a storefront, and I don't have to have inventory, and I don't have to advertise, I'm actually doing a better job of building wealth and helping people instead of being confined to my storefront. Through Pure, we have been building relationships with people, and the greatest heart's desire for both my husband and I has been able to help people. We desire to minister to people, and so that's what we've been trying to do. Well, Pure has enabled us to do that in such an amazing way. I have been in seven other network marketing businesses, and somehow I knew that was the best way to build wealth. And then to have it confirmed by people like Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki and Warren Buffett, that was just amazing. I just didn't know how to do it. And so, I know there are rotten apples in every barrel, but that doesn't mean we need to throw away all the barrels or all the apples. But just in my experience, I had a couple of them where I was in the business and the people above me were like, "You're not making me enough money, so you're not worth my time." Well, I'd only been in it 2 or 3 months. I'm sorry, I'm not making you enough money, but that means I'm not making a lot of money either. So, help me. But there wasn't that help. And then there were others that were, you should be making $100,000 in just a few months, and if you're not, there's something wrong with you. And of course, there's that pressure. Well, they made $100,000. Why am I not making $100,000? And the thing is that making that much money in that short a time is really a rarity, and it's not normal. Your network marketing business is a business, and it takes time to build a business. And you cannot open a storefront like a coffee shop or anything and expect to be making profit in just a few months. There's no way. It usually takes 3 to 5 years in order to build any kind of profit. So this is a business. Coming into Pure, this was literally dropped into our lap by God, and the people on our team are amazing. It has just been so different because these people care. They care about me. They care about my husband. They care about the people I'm bringing onto my team. They care about my customers. And the neat thing is that part of our team, there are quite a few of us that every Monday we get together and we pray together over the internet for each other, for our customers, for our family members, for whatever's going on, that God might use us and make us his better ambassadors in this business, and that we might truly be his vessels to bless those people he desires to bless. But they're always there to answer questions, there to help you, there to take care of, anything that you can't handle, they're there for. And they don't expect you to know everything right away. In fact, they encourage you, call me, give me questions, let me help you. And when you're working with a customer or a potential prospect, call me and I will help you through this. I will answer questions, I will take care of things. So it's really honestly it's being in business for myself, but not by myself. And I had always heard that, but I hadn't ever witnessed that until Pure. And it's just been amazing. I am so excited at what is going on in our lives. and what is going on through this, and how Yahweh has just brought us to people we would never have experienced before if it hadn't been for this. But the greatest thing is, okay, are my husband and I, are we making hundreds of thousands of dollars? No, we've been in this for a year. We are much further along than I expected to be in a year, honestly. And we are making enough that we are able to purchase our supplements and be able to help people. And that is something we were not able to do before. And I know it's going to get better and better. So I'm just excited, and I thank God every day for what he's done and what he is doing, and for the people he's bringing into my life. I thank him for the relationships that he's bringing, and for allowing us to get to know people on a deeper level. And I am so thankful for the things he's doing in the lives of those people that we have impacted. You know, they could have gone to GNC or to any other health food store and tried to get the healing that they're getting through Pure. But no, they're getting it through Pure. They're getting it because they're taking something that is whole, something that is natural, something that is truly beneficial to the body, and it's blessing them. And I am so thankful to be a part of this. I hope that this testimony was helpful to you, encouraging to you. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me. You can call me at 806-783-7005, and we'll talk, or you can contact me at Deanna Willman at protonmail.com. And I look forward to talking to you, but most of all, I look forward to hearing what Yahweh is going to do in your life. I love you.